Alrighty. Got all the fish that I wanted to get. I was able to get all but one of the fish without having to reset the fishing place, which was really nice. And then when I came in here, there was a bunch of blowfish around the thing here. I got the last blowfish I needed, and voila! Now we're just gonna wait for this greedy fish merchant to come up. Yay! Okay, so I want to buy a chain cap, two capes, and I'll get a skill ink. I picked up a second octopus just so I could get an extra skill ink here. The main reason I got the octopus was because so I could get my, like, fishing skill points up. But I was like, well, I could get a skill link if I just picked up a second one. So I did. Alright. And we can't go any forward. We have to go into the tower, unfortunately. There is a merchant right here. I do believe he sells bait. Yeah, he sells toads and old poppers. So, like, you can't, like, if you get here and you don't have any bait, you can fish up the, you can't fish up the octopus, which requires a worm. The octopus might actually bite something else too. Hold on, I can tell you. Let's see, this is fishing spot 4. Okay, so the octopuses are only worms. So, but you can fish up the flying fish and the blowfish and the black porgies, and then you could use that to purchase spirits from the Manillo, and then use that to, you know, use that to get, like, octopuses, like if you want skill ink or something. Okay, so there's a little mini game here we're going to do, and I'm bad at this mini game, so we are going to do our best here. It is the Hyperbot. Well, that kind of a bummer. So, there's 2 skills in here that we can learn. And it's Last Resort from the Orcs. And the Hyperbots teach a move called Blitz. And Blitz is actually, like, really, really, really strong. Alright, so this minigame is, you hit this crystal, you run outside, and then there's those 4 crystals around the like, pond out there. It had a chest in it, and depending on how much time you have left, you get an item. And there's 3 possible prizes. So you want to... The key for this is to not run diagonally down the stairs. It's one of the big ones. Running diagonally downstairs makes you go much slower. But to get the best, you have to be more than 6 seconds, which that's the second best prize. So it's 6 seconds or more, you get the Ring of Ice. You get a multivitamin for less than 5 seconds, and then you get a... We're going to get a Wisdom Fruit here. We're going to start running away from battles. Unless it's a Hyperbot, I think, and then I'm going to try and get... This should be a Wisdom Fruit. Getting the multivitamin is like whatever. But getting the Wisdom Fruit is really good, and getting the ultimate item, which is the best prize, is a Ring of Ice, which absorbs ice. And what I plan on doing here... Like I said, them life sandals are putting in work. Alright. So... What I want to do is be, like, right here. Guess you gotta be in front. Yeah, you gotta be in front here. Oh, right. You have to exit... What am I doing? You have to exit the map and then come back in. Ugh. For the chest to respawn. It was a herp derp moment for me. We're just gonna leave and come back in. I'm going to change my tactics around and put my... Oh, I'm in normal form. Okay. I was thinking I was in defense for some reason. 10 agility and 0 agility. Put that on. And put that on. Everybody's good. As you can see, the chest respawned. I think it it shows the visual for respawning forever, but you only get... No, it's the Hyperbots that... Not the Protobots, it's the Hyperbots that teach you Blitz. We're just gonna run away from this guy. I always get the two of them mixed up. Hyperbot. So again, straight lines down the stairs. Well, this is not going to be one. Go ahead and get the multivitamin. And one thing I could have done is I could have just failed and then come back in and try it again. Now you can't go out the door here, obviously. They block that off. But you see that little machine right there? It shoots a laser across. It damages you if you try to run outside that way. Oh, we get a multivitamin. And if I'm... It's been a minute since I've, like, tried this, but I'm 90% certain that what happens when you try to open a chest that would give you a prize you've already gotten, it's just empty. So you can't, like, farm up rings of ice or multivitamins or any of that. Wisdom fruits. So the lizards are weak to thunder or lightning jolt. The lizards are weak to lightning damage, and so are the robots. Let's go ahead and stay in the camp here. Let's talk to Nina first. What you got to say? Like I said, his biggest fan. All right. Nope, you're good. So running is a function of your party's agility versus the enemy's agility, average agility. So, I mean, that is thing there. So I am, by having the Claymore on, I do have a lower chance to run, but the run calculations in this game are kind of a mess. So I'm not 100% sure that's even true. Let's try this. Straight line down the stairs. Straight line down the stairs. Straight line down the stairs. Up the stairs. And don't miss. Yeah, if I hadn't have hit the jewel there when I was far away, I wouldn't have made that one. Said I'm not super great at that, but it's not too difficult to do. Alright, so I need to make a decision here. Do I want to keep the... So, the Ring of Ice is very niche. There is one enemy in this dungeon who has an ice attack. It's the Ice Toad. They have a Ice Breath attack. It does a fair amount of damage. But they're... Yeah, a little... I don't know. It's like, do I want to, like, maybe not get poisoned or maybe not get Ice Breath? That's the decision I gotta make right now. And I think what I want to do is... We want to do this. Light Bangle, Ring of Ice, and... And behind this tree is another silver knife, which is why I sold my other ones before. And now we're just going to head on up the tower. Oh. Okay, well. Ice toads are a little rare in the dungeon here. They do... They're, like, no enemy in this dungeon is, like, super ultra rare, but the ice toad is probably the least common of all of them. You can, when you get the ability to steal again, you can actually steal life shards from them. That's pretty good. Alright, so... Now, if you come in here, there's a bed. No, we're good, thank you. So, just background lore stuff about Chrism. Hey man, if you want to read that, go play the game. Play the game yourself. We're gonna run away from this fight. So, the way the breath attacks work is it's based on the amount of HP you have. So, the more HP you have, the more damage it'll do. So, the last time, in the previous fight when I got Ice Breath, you saw that it did 10 points of damage. That's because I had hit that monster with Simoon, and I hit that monster with Simoon and he was missing 50 hit points, so it only did 10 points of damage. That was a little rough. Armor bots, you can steal cuirasses from them? Cuirass? I think it's Cuirass, is how you pronounce that name, but I like saying cuirass. Anyway. I'm not worried about learning any of the abilities in here, because I got to come back in here later. As soon as I get the next party member, I plan on basically not fighting any... Alright, well, that was... Surely they won't Ice Breath me 2 turns in a row. That jerk, he Ice Breathed me 2 turns in a row. What a jerk! I don't even get any experience out of it because I ran away. What a jerk. This is a really good introduction to a character, by the way. I think that's one thing that the game really does well, is when they introduce you to like your party members, they do a really good job like encapsulating like their personalities. And Momo is my favorite character in the entire like series. I like her design. I like her like her niche in battle. I think she's useful. She's really easy to bend in various different ways. And she's a grass runner. So Nina is a Windian, and the Windians don't have wings anymore, and Momo is a grass runner. When I was little, I thought those were just, like, feathers in her cap, but those are actually her ears. And this scene is so funny. But there are, I thought those were feathers in her, like, her cap. But those are actually her ears. And like, there's no, like, official word on, like, what kind of animal she is, but, like, the guy the artist, like, that draws the characters and stuff, when he draws her, it says, rabbit, ? So I've always kind of pictured her as a rabbit. And if she is a dog, then, like, those are, just big, floppy dog ears. But she definitely does look like a rabbit. Most of every other grass runner you meet in the game, I think, is a canine of some kind. Bo is a bulldog. Sias is a shepherd dog, and Ursula is a fox. Momo could be a fox. Her ears are very similar to Ursula's. But again, the illustrator's like... The illustrator seems to think she's a rabbit, so... But again, one of the things that, like, I'm going to praise this game for, again, is just how the different races are all, like, present. Again, that's not something you see in Breath of Fire 2. You don't really see it in Breath of Fire 1 either. Like, you go to the different areas, and the different races that join your party are, like, confined to their villages. But you get in Breath of Fire 2, and you basically don't see any other races than humans. And, of course, the, what do they call them? The Creeping Clan. The Frogmen. But even then, the Frogmen stay in Semafort. They hint that the Warren are almost extinct in Breath of Fire 2. The cat people. Which is why one of the monster hunters offers to buy cat off of you for a large sum of money. But yeah, Breath of Fire 3 really does kind of like the various like petting zoo people in the world are they're definitely kind of, they feel like in the world. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Just because it asks us. Now, Momo, we are... I don't care about Nina gaining levels, but Momo I do. I want Momo to not gain any levels. We're gonna put these bracers on. Let's see. Put this cape on, and then whatever. It just doesn't matter. We're going to be running from battles going forward. If I get into a battle with a Hyperbot or an Orc, I will, like, look at them. I will examine them. That is the correct term. I will examine them to see if I can't learn Last Resort or Blitz. Now, little mini game here. Yes. All right, so we need to walk for this. Alright. Easy. And we get a skill link and flame and ice prism. And that is I'm gonna run away from this battle. Normally I don't run into this many ice toads. Like I said, the ice toads are usually a little more rare. Maybe it's just because I don't have steel and they're like dangling the fact that I don't have I can't get those juicy life shards. But that's weapons 13 and 14. Because we have the Claymore, we already have our 15 required weapons. But I will show you where to get your 15th weapon if you don't have... didn't have the money for the Claymore. Alright, let's go ahead and go into the menu here, and we're going to use Momo's AP for this. Because Momo is a healer. She's actually the second best healer in the game. The first is Ryu, of course, because, like, them doing that is just kind of funny. So we want to do this. So the trick for this is you have to match the cubes, but I'll just go ahead and tell you it's the second and fourth cube. And I think if you get into a battle, there is a way to like teleport yourself across. I know you can do that in some places in the PS1 version. You can like teleport down into places you're not supposed to get by triggering battles. They fixed a lot of that in the PSP version. You can see like me going diagonally there made me run a lot slower. Yeah. That's why you want straight lines on the stairs. Oh, Hyperbot. So, Blitz is a very powerful physical attack that, when you use it, it sets your sets your HP to like, you lose 50% of your health. Not your total health, your like current health. So if your max is 20 and you know, let's see, we want to go. No. I want to do this first, I do believe. I was pretty lucky. She didn't lose any max hit points. I legitimately almost never fight this many ice toads going through here. Again, we're going to use Momo's AP. Just stay on the healing. So Momo learns... Momo has less AP than Nina, but she's got more int. Like, just, like, raw stats. She learns... Whereas Nina learns, like, basically nothing but attack spells. I think he's just going to attack. I think they only use Blitz once, and then they power down on the third turn. Momo learns... buffs, and she's like she learns all the buffs, and she gets most of the healing spells. She might learn all of them, but I know she learns them later than Ryu does. And she might not get the best, like, party-wide healing spell. I'd have to, like, look. Healing magic is not something I use a ton in this game. Prism Beam! We're talking about this. So one thing that Momo can do is she can actually bust pots, barrels, that kind of thing. Did not learn Blitz. What a shame. Yeah, Blitz is a little difficult to learn. I'm not fighting the monsters in here because I want to have Momo apprentice under Delonzo, the master that is available as soon as we get out of this dungeon.